Hello again. Welcome to class 355, translation booklet, list 17, page 106. Be careful because there's a list 17 in book 1. This is book 2. Book 2 starts here. All right. Él come solo. He has lunch alone or by himself. ¿Y por qué come solo? Why does he have lunch alone? Porque le gusta. Because he likes to. He likes to. Got a to. Porque continúa con verbo. He likes to have lunch alone. Él gana muy poco. He earns very little. Británicos, he earns very little. Empieza el trabajo a las, ¿a qué hora? A las 8:05. Okay. He starts work at 8:05 or at 5 minutes past 8. At 5 past 8 or 8:05. He starts work at 8:05. Termina a la 1:15. He finishes at 1:15. He finishes. I finish, you finish, he finishes. Señal de sílaba para la tercera persona singular. He finishes at 1:15. Ella es tu hermana, ¿no? She's your sister, isn't she? She's your sister, isn't she? Es mayor que tú ella. Is she older than you? Or is she older than you are? Is she older than you? ¿Está casada? Is she married? Married? No digas married. No, mare. Hair. Fair. Care. Married. Is she married? ¿Tiene hijos? Does she have any children? También puedes decir, does she have children? Está bien. Solemos poner en. Does she have any children? Does she have? Does she? Does she? Does she? Does she? Does she? Does she? Is she? Is she married? Is she older than you? La SH manda aquí. She. Is she older than you? Is she married? Does she have any children? ¿Dónde vive? Where does she? Parece turco, ¿no? Where does she live? Si fuera él, escucha, la diferencia es abismal. Where does she live? Where does he live? Where does he? Does she? It's totally different. Porque me como la H. He. Where does he live? Where does she live? Where does he live? Where does she live? Yes. Vive en una casa grande. Does she live? Does she live in a big house? 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 I don't know. Yes. Te llama a menudo ella. Does she call you often? Does she call you often? ¿Por qué no te llama? Why doesn't she call you? Why doesn't she? ¿Por qué no te llama? Why doesn't she call you? I don't know. Maybe she doesn't like me. A lo mejor no le caigo bien. Maybe she doesn't like me. Oh, come on, Richard. Everybody likes you. Even Marta. Everybody likes me? I'm not so sure if everybody likes me. All right. ¿Y por qué no te llama ella? Why doesn't she call you? ¿Dónde trabaja ella? Where does she work? Where does she? Claro, es un sonido fonético que no existe en castellano. Uf. Pero no es un sonido difícil de adquirir y dominar. She. Shoes. My shoes. La Junta de Galicia. Junta. Chiquillo. Kesha. All right. She. ¿Dónde trabaja? Where does she work? ¿Su marido te conoce bien? Ella. Does her husband know you well, Richard? Does her husband know you well? Does her husband? Does my husband? No, I don't have a husband, I have a wife. Does her husband know you well? ¿A qué se dedica él? What does he do? Ya está. sea, ¿qué hace? What does he do? What does he do? Claro, a solas, a secas, what does he do? What do you do? What do I do? Significa a qué me dedico, a qué te dedicas, a qué se dedica. What do you do? Dentro de un contexto, puedes tener otro significado. ¿Qué haces los fines de semana? What do you do? ¿Qué hace él los fines de semana? What does he do on the weekends? Eso ya es otra cosa. ¿Qué hace él cuando eso ocurre? What does he do when that happens? ¿Qué hace cuando su mujer se enfada con él? What does he do when his wife gets angry with him? What does he do? Pero aisladamente, what does he do? Esa pregunta es 100% de las veces y automáticamente sabemos que es a qué se dedica. What does he do? Si quieres añadir for a living, para ganarse la vida, fantastic. What does he do for a living? ¿A qué se dedica él, el marido? What does he do? He's a baker. 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 ¿De una vaquería? No. A bakery, una panadería. Panadero. Gana mucho. Does he earn? Does he earn? Does he? Does he? Does he? Does he? Does she? Does he? Does she? Does he earn a lot? I don't know. ¿Trabaja los sábados? Does he work on Saturdays? Yes, he does. He's a baker. He works on Saturdays. Where does he have his bakery? Eso no viene aquí. Ya estoy saliendo. Where does he have his bakery? He has his bakery on Baker Street in London. He's a baker on Baker Street. Yeah. Baker Street rings a bell. Me suena la calle esa. Baker Street rings a bell. Well, of course, Baker Street rings a bell. Why? Why is Baker Street familiar to me? Why does it sound familiar? Why does it sound? Porque suena familiar. Me suena. Se diría en castellano porque me suena. En inglés no. ¿Por qué suena? Why does it sound familiar? Luego puede añadir to me. Why does it sound familiar to me? Baker Street, because that's the street where Sherlock Holmes lived in the 19th century. Remember, the famous detective Sherlock Holmes. He lived on Baker Street. And her husband is a baker in London on Baker Street. Come on. Really? Yeah, true. It's true. Honest. Se dice así, honesto. Cross my heart. Honest. All right. ¿Trabaja los sábados? Does he work on Saturdays? ¿Cómo le gusta su trabajo? How does he like his job? Es una forma inglesa de hablar. ¿Cómo le gusta? No se oye mucho en español eso. How does he like his job? O sea, ¿qué tal su trabajo? How does he like? Hey, Richard, yeah? How do you like your job? Which job? I do a lot of different jobs here. Teaching on television. How do you like it? I like it. I like it. I enjoy it. It's a little bit impersonal looking at a camera every day, but gajes del oficio. That's part of the job. It's part of the job. So, looking at the camera. But it's okay. I enjoy it. I like it. ¿Pasa mucho tiempo él con sus hijos? Does he spend? El panadero, yeah. The baker, yes. Does he spend a lot of time with his children? Does he spend much time with his children? Does he spend a lot of time with his children? ¿Vive en un chalet o en un piso? Does he live in a house or a flat? Does he live in a house or a flat? Does he live in a house or in a flat? Ambos nos valen. Ella vive lejos de aquí. She lives far from here. She doesn't live near here. She lives far from here. Really far from here. Él rompe todo lo que toca. He breaks everything he touches. Yes? He breaks everything he touches. Well, don't touch the table. Don't touch the microphone. Why not? I can touch the microphone. And you break it. He breaks everything he touches. Decir frases como estas en voz alta. Memoriza estas frases. List number 17, page 106 and 107. You memorize these sentences. Y después recitas, declamas en tu habitación a solas. Declamas estas frases. 25. Bam. Ladies and gentlemen, he has lunch alone. Why does he have lunch alone? Hazte actor, declamando las frases. Because he likes to. Te harás con un dominio del idioma y puedes escuchar el audio que te da pistas para la entonación y pronunciación en estos libros. If you want to learn English well, you have to do things like that, like this, aloud. Yo leí 4 novelas de Pío Baroja en voz alta a los 21 años. 4 novels, I read them aloud, practicing my Spanish. It's necessary to make an effort. Los angelitos del cielo no ayudan con el inglés. Yeah. Reza todo lo que quieras, pero rema mucho. All right, so, donde ella vive lejos de aquí. She lives far from here. Él rompe todo lo que toca. He breaks everything he touches. Él toca la guitarra como tú. O sea, cada vez peor. He plays the guitar like you do, Richard. He plays the guitar like you. He plays the guitar like you do, Richard. He plays the guitar like you. He plays the guitar. Yes. Number 11. ¿Dónde estamos? List 11. Vocabulary. List 11. Page 59. All right. Are you ready? Adecuado. Adequate. 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 Claro, adequate. No, adequate. Como el verbo to quit. Quit. Adequate. De todos modos. Anyway. Anyway. Pero de todas formas. De todas las maneras. De todos modos. Anyway. 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 Aspecto, apariencia, appearance. El aspecto físico. No un aspecto tipo faceta. Este aspecto this aspect. Pero cuando el aspecto físico es the appearance. My appearance. I look old. My appearance. My appearance. Appearance. Detrás de es behind. Depende. Si dice que ella está detrás de mí para que le firme el contrato, it's not behind. Bueno, Juanita está detrás de mí para que firme el contrato y no quiero firmar, pero está detrás de mí día y noche. She's after me. Se dice after en este caso. Ahora, físicamente detrás es behind. The buildings are behind me. The camera's in front of me. In front of, behind. In front of, behind. The camera's in front of me. Marta's in front of me. The door's in front of me. The lights are in front of me and above me. And the buildings, the skyline is behind me. All right. Techo, ceiling. Ceiling. También se usa en forma figurada como en español. Si quieres ser profesor de inglés, tu techo de ingresos es X. Your ceiling. The ceiling is very low. Teachers don't become rich. Teachers are the most important people in society, but they don't become rich. Techo, ceiling, ceiling. Proviene del mismo raíz que la palabra cielo. Ceiling. Multitud, muchedumbre, crowd. There's a big crowd. A crowd of people stood and stared. A crowd of people stood and stared. A crowd. Abarrotado es crowded. O sea, lleno de gente. Crowded. A crowd. Se ha congregado una muchedumbre, una multitud en la puerta aquí para ver este programa. A crowd of people have congregated at the entrance. A crowd. 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 Barato. Economical. Oh, mira. Economical. Economical. There are 3 words for barato in English. Cheap. Inexpensive. Well, there are 4. Cheap, inexpensive, not expensive, and economical. Fíjate, economical, con la A-L. Eso significa barato, de economizar. Economical. Economic, sin la AL, es referente a la macroeconomía, la microeconomía, problemas económicos en un país. Economic. Spain has economic problems. Every country has economic problems. We don't say economical problems. Problemas baratos. We don't say my economical situation. Mi situación barata. No, my economic situation. Bueno, conmigo, personal, se suele decir financial. Mi situación financiera, no económica. My financial situation. Economical. An economical car. Some cars are very expensive. Other cars are very economical. All right. Economical. I recommend not expensive. The word cheap, be careful, because the word cheap can imply poor quality. A cheap car, un coche barato, baratija, una baratija. Be careful with cheap. I recommend that car isn't expensive, or my coche es poco caro, my car is inexpensive, or my car isn't. A mí personalmente me gusta conjugar en el negativo con expensive. My car isn't expensive. I prefer to buy an economical car. I prefer to buy a car that's not expensive. Cifras, figures. Los británicos dicen figures. Dame las cifras. Give me the figures. Necesito ver las cifras. I need to see the figures. Fresco, fresh. Frescura y frescor. Freshness. Fresh. No te pongas fresca conmigo. Don't get fresh with me. También tiene ese significado. Yeah. No te pongas fresco conmigo. Don't get fresh with me. Fruta fresca, fresh fruit. Fresh. Fresh, el frescor de la mañana, the freshness of the morning fresh, the fresh air, aire fresco. Aquí se dice, vete a tomar viento fresco, ¿no? Algo así. Go. In English, we don't say that. We say, vete a volar una cometa. O sea, la forma suave de mandar a alguien a lo que sea. We say, go fly a kite. Fly, como volar. Kite, escrito kite con K, es una cometa. No un cometa. Un cometa is a comet through the firmament. But una cometa is a kite. Now, go fly a kite means vete a freír espárragos. Formas suaves. Vete a tomar viento fresco. ¿No? I like studying languages and the soft way, las maneras suaves de decir cosas duras. Go fly a kite. Vete a saltar un lago. Go jump in a lake. Go fly a kite. But fry asparagus, no. In English, we don't fry asparagus. Well, a lo mejor freímos espárrago, pero no vamos a freír. So, and to fly a kite. Go fly a kite. But fresh. Vete a tomar viento fresco. Go enjoy fresh air. Fresh wind. Se dice viento, no aire. Fresh air. Día festivo is a holiday. Holiday. Tomorrow's a holiday. Yes, a holiday. No tiene sentido. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Sense, escrito sense. It doesn't make sense. La pronunciación es idéntica a desde. Enseño desde el año 74. I've been teaching English since 1974. No tiene sentido que hayas enseñado desde. It doesn't make sense that you've taught since, etc. Y luego centavos o céntimos, cents. Yeah. 3 words with the same pronunciation, completely different spelling. Centavos. 10 centavos. 10 cents. Yes. No tiene sentido guardar 10 centavos. It doesn't make sense to save 10 cents. ¿Desde cuándo guardas 10 centavos cada día? Since when do you save 10 cents every day? It doesn't make sense. All right, since. No tiene sentido. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make. O sea, en inglés, las cosas hacen o no hacen sentido. En español tienen o no tienen. En inglés hacen. It doesn't make sense. Y muchas veces insertamos any. It doesn't make any sense. O lo decimos en afirmativo. It makes no sense. It makes affirmative, no sense. It makes no sense. I have no idea. I have no choice. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Olvídalo. Never mind. Forget it. También se puede forget it. Never mind. Rarísima expresión, never mind. Nunca mente. Literalmente, never mind. Never mind me. Marta, listen, I need to, excuse me. Marta, never mind. It's not important. Forget it. No he dicho nada. All right? Never mind. Never mind. Never mind, man. No. Pensándolo bien, va. No. No, olvídalo. Never mind. Pero ¿qué querías, Richard? Never mind. It doesn't matter. Pero dime. Look, it doesn't matter. It's my problem. Don't worry. No he dicho nada. I didn't say anything. Se dice, no dije nada en inglés. I didn't say anything. So never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Tubo, tubería, bueno, tubería, pipe. Bueno, pipe también es pipa. De fumar, pipa. The peace pipe. Yeah, the pipa de la paz. To smoke the peace pipe. Yeah, the Pied Piper. El flautista de Hamelin is the Pied Piper. Pipe. But pipe is un tubo. Yes, you remember? Un tubo. Yeah, this is a pipe. Yeah, this is a pipe. Remember yesterday? The other day? About 1 week ago? This is a pipe. Yeah. The pencil passes through the pipe. Or the tube, but we say pipe. Pipe. Tubería. Pipeline. Oleoducto is an oil pipeline. Gasoducto, a gas pipeline. Y en ciertas empresas usan pipeline como el I+D, el desarrollo. Investigación y desarrollo de productos para que lleguen al mercado por el pipeline, por el tubo de llegada. Especially chemical laboratories, especially pharmaceutical companies, the pipeline. Pipe. Se ha roto una tubería, like las cañerías. The pipes are broken. A pipe broke. Se ha inundado la casa. Yeah, because a pipe broke. Hay una fuga en uno de los tubos, las tuberías o las cañerías. There's a leak in one of the pipes. The pipes, propósito, purpose. ¿Cuál es el propósito de todo esto? What's the purpose of all this? Well, the purpose is to teach English. Yeah, and what's the purpose? Well, for you to learn English or to improve your English. Yeah, but what's the purpose? Well, if you know English better, you feel better, and maybe you have better opportunities, professional. Yeah, but what's the purpose of that? Well, to find a good job. Yeah, and what's the purpose of that? Well, to be able to earn money and to live to live materially much better. Yeah, what's the purpose of that? I don't know, to have a good material life. And what's the purpose of that? I don't know. Now you're becoming philosophical. Yeah, but why am I on this planet? No, listen. This is an English class, not a philosophy class. So, what's the purpose? Purpose. Fíjate en la pronunciación de propósito. Ahora bien, a propósito significa se dice by the way, a propósito. ¿Cómo se dice propósito en inglés? By the way, how do you say propósito in English? Purpose. How do you say aposta, a propósito? Lo hice a propósito, deliberadamente. I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. Why did you do it on purpose? I thought it was an accident. You did it on purpose. All right, horario, programa, schedule. The other day, schedule. El horario. My schedule for this week, British schedule. Two pronunciations, schedule and schedule. Tema, subject. El tema para hoy, the subject for today. El tema, el emblema, el esquema, el dilema. Porque masculino. Yeah. La mano en la moto, la llave en la mar, porque femenino me voy a desinflar. ¿Ah? Pero con tiempo y una caña y un esfuerzo tremendo aprendí tu lengua de un modo. Yeah? Sin remiendo. sin remiendo. Yeah. So, making an effort. So, here we have subject. Subject. Subject has many meanings. Subject, sujeto, una frase de subject. Sujeto también es súbdito de un reino. The king and his subjects. Y luego el tema. The subject. The subject. Y me falta uno. Subject me falta. Sujeto de una frase, tema, súbdito y hay uno más. I can't remember. Subject. Bueno, dice subject is sojuzgar. That's different. Subject. There's one more for tomorrow. Avanzar is to advance. Hay una de advance. To advance. You're advancing. You're progressing. To advance. Pedir perdón. Apologize. I have to go. I apologize. I'm sorry. I have to apologize. I have to go. So see you tomorrow.